Hey guys, my name is Ryan. We're back again with another Spirit Island video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the varied terrain scenario. From time to time, people will ask me if I could do more scenarios on the channel, and I think a lot of them are completely game warping, where the focus is no longer on the adversary that you're playing, but the scenario is just such an overbearing rule set that you're kind of playing the scenario and the adversary is like supporting it as opposed to the other way around. And at least for me, I really like just playing against the adversaries even without the scenarios. I find that to be very, very fun. I think a lot of the scenarios are more gimmicky, but varied terrains is one that is the opposite for me, where this adds just a little bit of a tweak to the game. It doesn't completely overwhelm the adversary in terms of importance, and so it adds a little bit of flavor, adds a little bit of distinction, but it doesn't completely rewrite the whole dynamics of the game, which I personally find a lot more enjoyable. So, varied terrains, in case you're unaware, what it does is it just adds a little something to each of the terrains. So, mountains get an extra explorer. Jungles will add blight whenever they build a city. Sands are always going to cascade. Doesn't matter if it's like from events, from cards like Drought, or Ravages, or even if you cascade into it, it'll cascade again. And then wetlands will build twice whenever they successfully build. So we're going to be playing against Sweden 6. This adds just a little bit of difficulty. This makes it up to a difficulty 10. Sweden has a pretty linear game plan, but maybe the varied terrains can, mix it up a little bit, make it a little more challenging. We're going to be playing Emberide Behemoth and the Sun Kitty. Let's give it a go. Starting off with an Explore in the Sands, Royal Backing in the Wetlands. Okay, well, the Sands, these are the ones that will always cascade. So it is a very important thing to be able to deal with immediately. Thankfully, I think we have some good spirits for that purpose. We're going to do our standard opening here with Behemoth. We're going to be doing a Surging Lahar that'll do a 5 damage on a land on turn 1. That'll fully clear this. And then we can Ravage skip D7, and that's going to deal with both of our sands immediately. With Whirlwind, we can grow into either the 1 or the 6, and we can play the Scatter to the Winds in order to deal with the other. I'm going to spread out my presence. So we're going to... or we could just play Delusions of Danger and solve both of them immediately. Flow Down River will also solve both of them, and the advantage is that this one costs 0, though it does not have a sun. Roiling Bog doesn't really do all that much against Sweden because, Town Explorer is going to blight anyways, and that's, the simplest pattern to deal with. Seer Anger is definitely pretty playable because we don't do a ton of damage, so getting a little extra here or there with the Badlands is quite nice. But Flow Down River, Delusions of Danger is a very sensible place for us to start. We could grow into the 6 and then Flow Down River the 1. But I'm also thinking I might want to play like Flow Down River and then pair it with something like a Gift of Sunlit Air. So that way we can hit this tier here. So we can get a push to solve the 6. If we get a Jungles, we can solve the 7 town and then find something else to solve the 6 with. Maybe we just give up on the 6. I don't know. Gives us an Explore push. It just gives us a lot really, really fast. And that's really important against Sweden, is to be able to get ahead of the game really quick. Go here, going for that Flow Down River. I mean, I could just play Scatter, because if I play this, we wind up with 2 pushes. But if I wind up with this, I'm also at 2 pushes. So I think I'm basically in the same place, whichever way I choose to go. The difference is that if we wind up getting a jungle specifically, I really want to deal with this land number 7. And the only way to deal with it and land number 1 is to play both of these cards. And if we get anything else, then we'll deal with it, right? But it's a 50% chance, either coming in as mountains or jungles on this next turn. Over here, we will go, let's see. Come up here and go right here. We moved our Incarnate during the Spirit phase so that we get a range 0 growth in the land number 4. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. Okay. That always trips me up when I'm playing Behemoth. I'm looking around, I'm like, there's no fast cards in play. What am I supposed to be doing? Okay, so we wound up getting the mountains. The extra Explorer is tricky, right? Because now land number 8 can't be easily solved with this Blazing Intimidation. So we have to put a little bit more effort into making that land work for us. Alright, how do we want to do this? I could flow the town into the 5 and then scatter from there. I could also just deal with the town right now. Like, maybe we do something like this. And then... Right? If I do something like this, then we can... maybe we do like a Tempest. Maybe we do something else to deal with this here. I feel like the mountains are the least threatening of the terrains because of its bonus. Ooh, Rouse the Trees and Stones. Very, very nice card to have available to us. Nice little triple element. It's a great effect into Sweden. And we get a Sacred Site as soon as we empower Incarna. So yeah, it's really hard to say no to that. What do we not need on this cycle? Probably Blazing Intimidation. Okay, Terrifying and probably Rouse. Rouse probably a good card just to throw out there. Kill town, kill town. Right, if we get the Sands Explorer, we go after that right here. 3 damage is going to solve the 5. Kick these to Haunt over to the 8. Slide number 8 is going to be really tough for us to deal with. That's my one land. That's a big pain point. That's the big problem with board D, actually, with Behemoth, is our Incarna moves pretty slow, and it takes a long time to get up over here. 1, 2, 3 is our shortest path. 1, 2, 3, 4 is what we wound up actually doing. So that is quite unfortunate. Over here, we have Treacherous Waterways. We could grow into E5 and then Treacherous Waterways to clean it up all the way. To give up the Blight on land number 2. That's a perfectly fine play in my opinion. And then Wilds are good eventually against Sweden. It just takes a while to get there. I do want to kind of play, small for a little bit, just to see if I can set up a nice combo with like a Tempest and an Innate in order to deal with this land number 4, because that's going to be a big problem land if we just let it sit for too long. If I push them both into this land number 8, that could... What would that do? And they're probably just going to die. Yeah, because I'm not going to be gaining any extra cards. all I'll be able to do is like skip a Ravage. Like I can stop the Blight here, right? Like we can do a Terrifying Rampage plus a Blazing Intimidation to stop this Blight from happening. If we care about that. Because I'm not going to be getting any more cards, I know that I'm not going to be able to solve the land, so perhaps this is better. Just putting in a land where it's not going to escalate. Oh, man. Man, what a turn to get Farmer Seek. Next turn would have been great, you know, in order to get the Ravage Skip in 2 of the mountains. But this turn, we are very well set up. We don't need it. Adding a Blight to here would make our Rouse of Trees and Stones worse. Take a Blight in the 7, which will automatically cause a Cascade. So I think we have to wind up teaching. Adding a town. Here. Maybe here? And then I think we want to just kill off this Dahan in order to prevent an escalation. We got Coast. Okay. Come here. 1, 2, 3 damage. Kick you over. We could rouse land number 1 to stop all that from happening. It's probably the best one. Now, if I let this Blight happen, it's going to add a town to land number 1, so it's going to double build anyways. Ooh. It's a really bad time. Oh, that's a terrible one, right? Because like we can invest a lot of actions into this and then just get completely rolled over here in the coast. And so if we're not going to be able to stop this build anyways, there's way better places to use this Rouse the Trees and Stone. Such as 2 and 3. Or we could have undone before we move this guy over and pick up this land number 3. Though that's one that we'll be able to pick up pretty easily by just growing. Yeah, I think we just have to give up on the 8, which will add 3 Blight to the board. And that'll add 2 Blight to the board. Ooh. And then we'll go here. Surging Lahar. Because it's going to be town, city. So Surging Lahar plus some innate damage is going to be necessary. Rouse. Trees and Stone. Another one we could do is Blazing Intimidation, but like in the 1 it doesn't full solve it. Let's see. Or Rouse, sorry, not Rouse. I was talking about Blazing Intimidation. We could do this, but I think we should probably just play all our slow stuff now and then worry about our skips after. Ooh, Call to Guard. Call to Guard is very interesting. It's almost assuredly the pick here. But there's a lot of cool things that we can do with this Call to Guard. We go here and to here. Let's say we do this. Slow to fast, kick all of you out. Tempest kills 5 explorers here. That doesn't do anything, though. But I do like slow to fast, kicking all of this out. I think that's good. We could just go for the extra air, swap those out, so that way we wind up getting a city kill. So if we did this instead, if we go here, kicking you out, and we play these 3, then we do get the damage, so we get to fast push this in, kill the city, then we'll be at 8 explorers in a town building a city. What's the call to guard doing? Really, we're just playing it for elements. We can use it to deny Sweden escalations, right? Picking up this. Yeah, so we'll go here, here. Deal damage to entering invaders, so deny and explore. We will just give energy over. Solve target, go here, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Incarnate does not need to move. Ooh, 3. Discard up to 5, pay 3 energy over here. Beasts kill explorers. That's really big right there. Saves a whole land from having a problem. And it's a double build land too, so that's really nice. Plus 3 damage doesn't make a difference. It's going to be blighting anyways. We just get a little bit of fear. Discard. I don't think it's worth forgetting it. I mean, maybe it is worth forgetting that card because we already have a lot of damage coming from Ember-Eyed Behemoth. I almost certainly don't want to... Yeah, I think we go here, pay... If we pay 3 energy, then we can't play all of these cards next turn. So we'll definitely play 2 energy. Because then that allows us to still play everything next turn. It just makes our reclaim turn a lot tighter. Over here, we'll be on 2 energy next turn. But this only costs 1 energy, and that's a perfectly okay turn. So yeah, we'll pay 1 energy this way. That's going to stop 2 builds. That's obviously very high value. We'll go here. That will not be presence. So that way we can cascade in and we'll be okay. Alright, we get the sands. Alright, so right here, what are we looking at? If we go Surging Lahar, we got 3 damage twice. So it would be 10 damage if we do everything in one land. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we go Surging Lahar, we would go for 2 damage plus 4 damage. That would leave just a town behind. Which then gets solved with the Blazing Intimidation. But at the same time, we could just go for 1 and 8, killing the city, and Blazing Intimidation still solves the land. Then we can go slide over, Surging Lahar, and another in 8, and do the Rouse of the Trees and Stones to really blow up land number 7. I think I like that better. We'll go push you this way. Surging Lahar. Let's see. That'd be 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Great. Wonderful. Definitely want to drop a Sacred Site back here, so that way we can move our Incarna out and then still have access to this area in the future if we need be. Okay, now we're really going to be putting on the damage. Over here. What do we got? Set him on an ever-twisting trail is pretty slick. You know, dealing with these sands very efficiently. It's this land number 2 that's the real killer. Yeah, that's the real killer, is this land number 2 right here. But, yeah, we're way not able to deal with that right now. So, our land number 1's really not a big deal for us to handle. You know, just some explorers, right? Probably just take Ever-Twisting Trail. We're going to hit, you know, the tier 2 of the innate to clear land in the slow phase. Like, all that is good and fine. We could play Flow Down River. We have tons of choices. What we need to figure out is how to make this work, right? We're probably going to wind up cascading this way. Taking 3 Blight this turn. I have to add a town to land number 3 as well. Probably have to play Scatter to the Winds in case we get the Jungles Explore. So I don't think Ever-Twisting Trail is really necessary. Maybe I'll take like a Renewing Boon just because we've got a lot of... we got a little bit of Destroyed Presence. No, only the other Spirit gets to add Presence. That's way less cool. Never mind. Gnawing Root Biters could be the pick. Steam Vents I'm really not a big fan of. Gnawing Root Biters cost 0, and that's kind of why it could be a pick. I'm going to take Ever-Twisting Trail because of the isolation, but we're probably not going to touch it. So let's see. We're going to do Flow Down River. Range 2 will hit everything besides this. If we go like a Scatter... Scatter to solve one of these. Go for like Sunlit Air. You just call to guard just to play it. That's perfectly fine. We could use Call to Guard to protect ourselves in land number 3, Scatter to the Winds to solve the 1 or the 6, then in the slow phase, push them both, push the other one, 2 of them together in order to just deal a little bit of damage. So then, how does that set us up for the future? Because we need to do like a Tempest combo in order to solve land number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I need a third. So if I just do this... No, I want that Call to Guard. Yeah, if I do this, we can Call to Guard to prevent that from coming down, Scatter to solve one, Flow to solve the other. This can pick up, hope, like if it's jungle, actually that'll be the best for us. Yeah, jungle's overwhelmingly the best for us. It's the only lane where we can really make use of everything. But then next turn we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll be my 4 card plays, most likely. Obviously, especially if it's mountains. And that will get me here with the plus energy, play everything, and then I will blow up this land number 2. Damage per beast, that is really nice. Once again, we save ourselves a whole land. Alright, let's see if this works. Come on, what do we got? Scapegoats does a little bit. Not much, but, you know, it's not nothing, I suppose. Oh, I forgot about adding the town. Oh, that shakes it up in land number 3 pretty good. Alright, that's fine. It is what it is. Yeah, we got the mountains. Okay, so yeah, we're full comboing here. Okay, we'll go there and here. Alright, now what are we choosing to do? Right, do I come up here or do I go over here? And I think it makes sense because I can't do innate incarnate damage here. That's 2 steps away. So we have to go this way and then go hit 2, 1, 2, hit 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, yeah, get that full clear. Unfortunately, this disease doesn't actually stop it from being a problem in the future because it'll double explore. So that is still going to be a problem. So we scatter the winds or flow down river. Well, I guess let's talk about what our Tempest combo is going to be. Because we can kill 5 explorers, leaving me with 4 explorers and then the other things. Pushing out 2 explorers in a town will leave me 2 explorers in a city. Then 4 damage kills city explorer, leaving behind a single explorer. So I grow into... No, I need a Sacred Site. Drat. I was about to say, I grow into here to pick up that explorer. But alas, no such luck. But I can kick that 1 explorer out right now. And now it should full clear, right? Because I'll be killing 5 explorers. That leaves 3. Pushing 2 explorers, leaving 1. Killing an explorer. That leaves 0. Okay, so this will full clear. And then I have 3 damage coming into a land. I'll probably just push them all to the 3 because it's going to be inactive. So I can do this. And then like this. Yeah, alright, there it is. Okay. So land number 4 is looking at 3 blight right now. I can do my Ravage skip, which will eliminate 1 of the blight. I could Ravage skip plus Blazing Intimidation, which will stop all of the blight. Take note, I can slow to fast my innate because it does have push a Dahan. One little push of Dahan makes it slow to fastable with this Gift of Windsped steps. So we could do a double move this turn. Or also we could do, the other option is to like G3 next turn to get it over. There's a couple different things we could do. And if we get the Wetlands Explorer, we move once, deal damage. Just different things we can do. Purifying Flame. Getting a little bit of blight removal is nice. It does 4 damage here in land too. So that's got to be worth something. It's on element. Defend doesn't matter here. Fail the Night's Hunt's cool. It's not going to do enough. It's most valuable in the mountains, but we don't have mountains with the Han at the right timing. So yeah, it's going to be Purifying Flame. I do not have enough energy to Blazing Grenade plus Rampage, so I think we definitely have to Rampage. Play that just for elements. Probably just play a Purifying Flame. Then on my next turn, I'll go for +3 energy. I could pick up a fire element. I could do whatever next turn. Actually, marginally better would be for me to go 1 damage here, then kill 4. So then I can deal my 4 damage killing 2 buildings, and then we will do this going 1, 2, 3. I thought that was going to kill all of them. That's weird. We can still set them on an ever-twisting trail, though. Huh. Forget a card. I think you are definitely going to forget that. Over here, we can destroy a presence and return a blight to the box. We could return this blight to the box, destroy the presence, and then we can just bring our Incarna back to like land number 3 or land number 7. So we're going to make that into presence. Lose energy in presence. We're going to forget you. Ooh. So now if I go here, here, yep, that does not blight. Oh man, that was lucky. That defend 2 saved me a lot of blight. Okay. Remove a blight. We'll bring back you to here. You now go here. Exaltation, going wilds, and wilds. All right, we are getting lots of good things. All we need to do is play the slow to fast in order for Behemoth to do their thing. Might be a Here There Be Monsters is what I'm looking at right now. Could be a Swarming Wasp just because it costs 0. Maybe just an NC because that also costs 0. But let's see. I mean, we could use some energy support over here. Alright, what do we got? Visions of Fiery Doom. Okay, so I could just play these cards. That's going to be 4 damage twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Which means that I'm not going to be taking a Blight, right? So I don't need to take Visions of Fiery Doom just to survive the turn. Do I have animals? I do not have triple animals. Visions of Fiery Doom seems like a pretty slick card, though. And yeah, we'll go NC, probably for the energy support. If I pick up another fire right now, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, I could hit a double sixer, which gives me no marginal value. Well, I guess actually, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fast push these two into the 4. Slide Incarna to like here, blow all that up. But this is going to double build, so I really do need to interact with land number 1. Yeah, maybe we just do... Oh, it's a shame. You can't push things into your Incarna. So I was going to say we could push these two in and then double kill it. But, alas. They won't let us do fun things. We'll just push these two guys into the 2. Full clear this. And that'll be good for us. Yeah, because now, yeah, fully loaded innate. Over here for Sunbright Whirlwind, we'll go NC. We'll go Gift of Windsped Steps. And we're going to do our innate combo between the 4s. So we just need to gear up to solve land number 8. Which makes me think of like Scatter. If I hold on to... If I do this instead of the NC, then Behemoth still gets an energy as opposed to 2 energy. But then I get to do the whole combo this turn. So we do the Call to Guard here, which will ping the city, I believe. And then my 4 damage on the land will kill City Town, pushing Explorer Town. That'll leave behind just a city. Or wait, no, if both cities get pinged, I just kill 2 cities. Then I can scatter, blah, 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 blah. And I think we should be able to full solve the 8 with this set of cards. I think it works like that. Going here. Going here. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat. 1, 2, 3. Blazing Intimidation. Going 1, 2. Now we have a fully pocketed D. We can move our Incarna a little bit later. Wetlands would be a great follow-up here. Like Wetland Sands would be nice for us. Oh, did I just add? Silly. Silly, forgetting about those things. Yes, they do get damage. Great. That's what I thought would happen. Good thing we just pocketed out the 8. That's really important. Okay, so if we go explore, town, town, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Scatter going here and there, I suppose. Let's see. Surging Lahar and Rouse has to come from a sacred site, which I only have here. And the only relevant land I've got going on is land number 4. So I think it makes sense to Surging Lahar here. But for Rouse the Trees and Stone, how much damage are we looking at here in land number 4? Taking a look at this suite of cards, I need, just with these 3 cards, right? I got 1, 2, 3, free air. I need 1 more air to hit the 4 damage. And I need 2 more suns. So I'm 3 elements short, and this provides 2 elements. Which is very unfortunate. Maybe I Surging Lahar, Rouse the Trees and Stones both here into land number 4. No, because that only pushes 2 towns. And that's the most sensible Rouse the Trees and Stones, right? Pushing this way. Yeah, we're going to want to do a little bit of Ravage skip action. That's fine. That's not a big deal. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Gain a card. We might actually gain a major on Reclaim. Hard to say no to Sap. Drift Down is also very strong. Both of these cost 0. Both of them, neither of them need to be played this turn. We're just gonna take Sap because it's more. This way, and then yeah, we'll just play this grip. And for Surging Lahar, what do we want to be doing? Or sorry, for Emberide Behemoth. I think I'm in a strong position with Behemoth. I just need to like get my Incarnate into the right place. So this turn I'm probably gonna like slam the 4, slam the 2, and then look to double grow, getting a presence here so I can jump over, hit this. That's my plan for the next couple turns. So I don't think I'm reliant on like mages or anything like that to close out the game. I do like Call to Bloodshed just as a way of like dealing with some explorers if this comes up. Yeah, we can just do that. That's fine. All right, so what are we on this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I go 6, 7, 8, kicking that down to 1 explorer. That's perfectly fine. And if it explores again with like visions or something. We could do like a Purifying Flame. I'm going to save my Sacred Site stuff until I can make a Sacred Site here in the 7. So I think Terrifying Rampage is necessary in order to survive in the 4. We could do a Call to Bloodshed just to, pick up some value here in the 3. We are not getting extra range this turn. So I was going to say Blazing Intimidation in the 2 would be really nice. We could still do it next turn with extra range just to kick that town out. We just need a plant card. Earth Plant would be extra nice. So we could just do this. Just kind of just throwing a few cards on the table. I think we're in a very stable position, setting ourselves up to win in stage 3. Oh, but we're not slow to fasting in the 4. Ooh. So I do want to... Yeah, because I don't have a slow to fast here. So I do want to play my fast push instead. And if I replace this with an earth card, Tri-Element will get me max damage, but any earth card... Yeah, that's fine. We'll get max damage, which actually is important for land number 4 to be dealt with. Okay, we're good there. Let's see. We can come here, gathering you. So sands, mountains. This is going to be dying in the slow phase. That's all good and fine. If I gave myself sun, I'd be able to push these 3 into a neighboring land and do some damage. And if I don't... There's almost no reason to play this Tempest, is there? I think what we'll do is this. Gaining 2 energy and then taking a sun here, which gets me the full value. Yeah. Okay, I think this is the highest amount of value that we can go for. Oh, that's going to blight. That's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. 2 fear cards to provide 1 defensive value. 1 damage per Dahan is quite nice. Full clears this land. Strifing. 1, 2. 2. You don't participate. How does that work? Where's that event? When ravaging in lands with buildings and no strife. I think that should have blighted. Because even though the building doesn't participate in the ravage, it's still there. I think that should have blighted. Feels incorrect to me. Anyways, what do we got here? Mountains, jungle. So those back-to-back on the mountains. It's quite important to be able to deal with. And of course, the jungles here, we're probably taking a blight from that build. I don't think it's reasonable for us to be able to stop that build from happening. But let's start here first. Okay, and then we can go here killing... It's funny, actually, if we kill the city but not the town, then we'll build a city and it's actually a worse position for us. Okay. Surely we want to get rid of a single explorer. So we could go, like, here. We could do something like this, going 1, 2, killing town. And then maybe we just Tempest to kill a pile of explorers, leaving behind the strifed one. Or we can just sap it. Yeah, I think killing this city here is the correct move. So we'll go here, push, damage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I want to get over here. And honestly, actually, if I take a slow to fast, then I can just kill all of these towns. And then we don't take a blight. That seems pretty good to me. Fire in the Sky is a very strong card. Being able to, 2-element, Strife of Land, all very good. Blood Draws Predators is really good. Giving us a little bit more damage, a little more oomph to hopefully close out the game. I'm going to take the Fire in the Sky. And yeah, we're going to go for that slow to fast line. So that's going to be the Windsped Steps. And then I think we want to sap here in the 2. That'll take us, have us take a no blight for the turn. We're almost at terror level 3. So, land number 4. Do I have any fast ways of dealing with it? I don't think so. Actually, yes I do. Hold on. If we're almost at terror level 3, we just need 5 fear. We need 3 fear plus killing this. We can do like Fire in the Sky, and then this inherently produces a fear. So I think actually we just win the game right now. By self-targeting with this Gift of Windsped Steps, right? So we can do something like a this, and anything with an air. And then I think that should just win the game by itself. We don't need to do anything with Behemoth, but we still can for kicks and giggles. So coming here, going 1, 2, going like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we should be able to just go here. Okay, for 5. For here, going 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then killing the city, and that was the last city on the island. So that is a terror level 3 victory. What a great little finish. So I hope that was a great demonstration of the varied terrains scenario. It is, I think it's my favorite scenario, right? It allows you to just play the adversary like you normally would, but with a little bit of a twist to make it a little more interesting, a little bit different, but without completely rewriting the structure of the game. And that is what I like coming from a scenario. So let me know if you guys like that. I'm perfectly happy to make tons of content. Maybe we'll run through all the adversaries with different spirit combinations every single time. Maybe that'd be a pretty fun series. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a glorious day.